Okay, hi everybody.
Hey everybody,
Hello.
we are back. We restarted the internet, the router, and all that. Hope it's better. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll say hello. We'll see. Oh my gosh, lightning speed.
So far, so good. I was telling them I'd take full responsibility. As soon as I opened up Pandora's box here from the 90s, we got 56K speeds coming out of here. I released some sort of entity.
You took us back in time.
We had to make mom hang up the phone so we could go online.
Yeah.
Log in the CompuServe.
Our brother was on our AOL account at his friend's house. We had to call him up. We had to page him, say, "Get off the fucking internet."
God, remember when you could only go online one at a time?
Even like different computers in different houses.
Yeah,
with a
it was
shared
like,
account.
I'm on AOL. No, I need to use it. Okay. You know, it was, man,
Yeah.
what a dark time.
Yeah. Life
You couldn't just jerk off when you wanted to.
Everybody likes the 90s, but people who lived through it know that it sucked.
No, I would not go back
I had
to
to,
that.
I had to go to my dad's office to like print off cheat codes because I didn't have internet at my home for the
Yeah.
longest time. But I got those Earthworm Jim 64 cheats, and still wasn't worth it. But you know, going to my dad's office. I think also at the time my dad's office had like a T1 connection or something, where it was like, oh, this actually works fast. So now I got T1 speeds.
Yeah, damn. Well, anyway, I hope this is working now.
Yeah,
It is.
perfect. 5 stars.
Do you guys want to take some calls?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I don't have the
I think it's on the Heart Slayer set.
mouse.
Cool.
But we're gonna try to take some calls. I'm sure the first one won't work.
I'm trying to scrape a 20-year-old melted whoopee cushion off this book cover here.
Hell yeah.
But I'm almost done.
Yeah, call into the Mega64 podcast via Discord.
Awesome, thank you.
We have 4 callers already incoming.
I think this is dead.
Once the
I don't know.
mouse-
Are there not even? Yeah,
Once we fix the
I
mouse.
think it's dead.
Oop.
So yeah, the Discord link is in the chat. Go ahead and hop in on there. You can give us a call.
Yeah, right-click Mega64 podcast, select call. If you got video camera, you can try video calling. Putting in new batteries. Beautiful.
Oh, awesome! Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Kevin.
Okay, we're gonna give this a shot. If I look sad, I am sad.
You don't look sad.
I do. Well, I am.
Tech problems are the worst. They ain't fun.
I mean, it should work. Okay. Is it me or has this been slightly updated?
No, this is a different panel. Go click on this top left thing up here. Click on home, and then there should be these direct messages coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. Okay.
So if you click join call, there should be go. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna see if this
Egg?
Hello?
Egg is
Hello?
here, and then yeah, we're good. I'll turn up the volume down here. Hello, Egg.
Okay. What's up? What's up?
Can people at home hear him? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if
everything
you
works.
can hear Mr. Egg, Monsieur Egg. Hey, Egg, what's up?
Hey, I was wondering what y'all's current favorite like other internet comedy group or group you'd want to collab with
Ooh.
is.
Current favorite?
Yeah, like which one like you've been recently watching and like, you know,
You know, I mentioned the Angry Video Game Nerd before. I mentioned Mr. Rolf. I have been enjoying their rental reviews series a lot, and I would love to do that. I'm trying to think. Other than that, Ted Krusty obviously is always a good one too.
I like the rental review series as well, but I was watching a live stream and I was like, "Hey, what's your thoughts on Mega64?" And he just started talking me off. Like, I don't know what that was about.
On what?
Silvermania did a live stream. I don't know if he was just messing with me, but I was like, "Hey, what's your thoughts on Mega64?" And he started like saying you're assholes, and I was like, "Okay." He's probably joshing, but like,
No,
That
it
was
sounds very serious.
That's like WWE style, like,
yeah.
hey, we'll see you in the ring, Mega64.
It's
Yeah.
very serious.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe every
You
word.
should.
It's
You
true.
gotta work. You gotta work it out on the rental review series.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so no, but anyway, but I like them, and gosh, what else have I even been watching? I mean, really, man, I can't. That's really been it.
I don't watch other comedy groups online.
Yeah.
I never have. I really, and part of it for me was that I wanted to stay. You know, I didn't want to find myself like being influenced by the things they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, or like I just was paranoid that I would watch something and absorb it and subconsciously start
Sure.
channeling that in our own videos. I would hate the idea of seeing somebody else that was funny and then unwittingly imitating their humor.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to like inform the things we do on non-comedy related stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I purposely kind of would just like watch movies and
Yeah,
you know.
well, and I kind of am in a similar way, but you know what I just mentioned is just kind of like talking about movies and stuff. It's not really like sketch comedy in the way. I mean, I guess some of the stuff they do on that channel, it's all kind of retrospective versus like
But as far as like
skit.
following another comedy group or being a fan of another comedy group, I just never found anybody else on the internet that I was really like a huge fan of.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
In terms of right now, like it's not like, again, I just think of like what's at the highest. For me, Barry is on HBO. It's not like a internet comedy group, but like that's what I watch right now that I think is really funny. Barry season 2 just started. And then the other comedy I really like is I mentioned Dan Harmon during the podcast, but his podcast Harmontown that's like I think the only comedy I listen to on a weekly basis. Other than that, I don't watch anything that's like funny. I watch like serious stuff or like mental health stuff, like or video game stuff, but nothing that's like internet comedy. But Harmontown's a podcast, and then I watch Barry through HBO Now on the internet. But I like Twitter and Instagram for comedy. Not necessarily like people making sketches, but I think people are just naturally very funny on Twitter and Instagram now. Like that's the medium. I don't check my YouTube subscription box. I check what's on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry for
Sorry,
the
Egg.
interruption about Silvermania. Thank you for answering my call.
Hell yeah. No, that
Thank
sounds
you.
cool. Thank you. Thank you, Egg. I love you.
Jeez.
Okay, let's talk to Scratchman.
Yo. Scratch man. You scratching? Hey. Okay.
All
Next
right.
one. Next one.
Right. Scratch that.
Alucard.
I'll pay attention here.
Yo.
Hey, what's up?
We don't have a way to see them.
Hello?
Kirk's
Yo.
What up?
Right.
Yo, what
mic
up?
up.
What up?
Can you turn your mic up?
Turn
or
your
just
mic
talk
up.
talk louder into it.
Yeah, I'm talking loud and clear.
Could you put the microphone
I think-
in your mouth?
I think you have to yell.
Hello?
we could barely.
Yeah,
hear
you have to yell like.
No, how's it going? Hey, what's up, bro?
Oh, I can,
we
okay. I
understand.
can barely hear you now.
We barely
okay.
hear you, but if you talk loud, I
You
think
can,
we
like,
can
yell.
Okay, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Going pretty
Oh, you
well.
sound
make
perfect.
it. It's I think he said, "How's it been?" It's been going good, man.
Okay, question.
Louder.
Yes.
What is the best zoo in the United States of America?
What is the
Diego.
best?
Zoo?
What?
Zoo.
What?
Ours.
Say that again, louder, a little bit louder.
What's the best zoo in the USA?
Soup is good food? I think that's what he
Best
said.
soup in the
Where'd they get the best
USA?
suit?
They have dragon's blood at the Excalibur in Las Vegas.
Where's the best? Soup? Where's the best soup in the USA?
Yeah, I really like my meat in the soup.
I'm
What?
gonna have to hang up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't.
I'm all right.
It's
Just can't make out what he's saying.
indecipherable.
Hell yeah.
Indecipherable. Let's talk to. Is this Bobo?
Yo.
Hey, what's up, guys? You guys have had some kind of weird calls tonight, but hopefully my call is okay.
No bit coming. There's no bit on the way
There-
at all.
There's
Guy's
no
on the
bit. I
level.
just wanted to leave a comment. You know, I just wanted to tell Frank, you guys got sponsored for MLB The Show
That's right.
on the Big Dogs.
All right, next call.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Next caller. Oh, there wasn't one. Well, gosh, that's awkward now. Vegeta.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo.
Hey, I was just thinking randomly earlier this week. Do you ever think about what the future is going to be like in 1,000 years if you got Futurama or something?
If I got Futurama.
Dude,
If you got fried?
hey, I actually have a great answer to this question.
Yeah.
Aquaman came on my TV the other day. I was watching Aquaman, and they were all. You ever notice these superhero movies like Thor and Aquaman? They always have this super powerful weapon from like 1,000 years ago. Like the ultimate weapon is this ancient like fucking hammer or
Yeah.
a trident, and that seems to be this unstoppable thing. It got me thinking. Where's the comic book that takes place 1,000 years from now and nobody could stop like a cop with a gun?
Yeah.
It's just like, make a comic like Legendary Cop, where
Yeah.
it's just like a 2019 cop, but he's like shooting aliens with his gun, and it's just fucking legendary.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see 1,000 years from now. Like civilization is totally advanced, but the stuff we have for modern day is like, oh fuck, he has the legendary
Yeah.
New
Well,
York standard issue pistol.
That's what I kind of enjoyed about Metal Gear Solid 4 is it was about how all this future technology was all part of the same like nanomachine system.
Yeah.
But then like AI was fighting to control that system and blah 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 blah. So what they have to do is just go find old shit that's not in that system. So it's like, oh, there's still a nuke sitting at Shadow Moses. Oh, let's go find that. It was like, and like, the soldier that can help is the guy who missed his shots the day they gave everyone nanomachines. So he has to shit all the time. That guy is the only guy that can help.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. It's not the same thing at all, but it reminds me of there was a South Park episode where they got rid of guns all over the world or whatever, and then an alien showed up with a pistol and nobody could stop him.
Yeah.
And then that episode came out, and then people were like, The Simpsons did that. There was already that gag in The Simpsons. It's like, oh, I thought that was funny. But anyway.
I just want
Yeah.
the 5,000 years in the future, alien races have come, but this one cop can defeat them all with his gun. And somebody in the chat already said it, but I had the same idea. His catchphrase is "Stop resisting." He says that to the aliens. And
Yeah.
then blasts them.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just think about how 1,000 years ago, how different things were, and then I just can't comprehend what it'll be like in the year 3000. But I have one more quick question. Rocco, how did you like Boysenberry Fest this year?
Way better foods this year. There wasn't a dud. Last year there were some duds. Last year I had a boysenberry quesadilla. It was like a dorm room ass quesadilla in a purple tortilla. I mean, it was like the most pathetic thing. And then there was like some shit hummus thing that was not good. This year knocked it out of the park. They had flank steak with like boysenberry cream cheese, like slather on it. A lot of great stuff. Well, I'll put up the video. You'll see it. It was good.
Somebody in the chat mentioned the year 3000 by Jonas Brothers.
What?
There's a Jonas Brothers song where they sing about going to the year 3000 and what it would be like.
Oh, really? I
There
got to
it
hear
is.
this.
And in the song, they make a mention. It's like, welcome to the year 3000. I don't know how the melody goes, but they say like, our 7th album just dropped, or maybe it's their 12th album, and it went to #1. And that, for whatever reason, I laughed for 10 days about that.
Oh, yeah.
In 1,000 years, the Jonas Brothers have only put out 7 albums. That's got to be a fucking legendary
Yeah.
event. Like, what does that average out to? Like, every 150 years, another album drops?
They
Like,
make it, hey, quality over quantity.
holy, that must be such a fucking event. Like, the bicentennial of the United States coincides with the next Jonas album's going to come out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been 150 years since we've last heard the music of the Jonas Brothers. Here comes the prophesized album 7. Year 3000.
That's how Prince is going to go. He's still got stuff like in the queue coming out after his death. So we're in for a few hundred years of that.
Yeah, I just gotta wait for it.
What do you predict? What's going to be the big technology in the year 3000?
Talking to me?
Yeah, asshole. You're the one on the phone. I said that because I like you.
Yeah,
I
like
joke
you
around
too,
with
Derek.
people I like.
If you were
Yeah,
someone we didn't like, we wouldn't even like.
I would be so
give
polite
you that.
to you. Yeah.
We'd be like, and then what?
No, I think flying cars, it's probably a thing that's going to happen. And then,
That's like 5 years from now.
Five-
We're talking 1,000 years.
yeah, but they're like really good flying cars. Like
Better flying
almost,
cars.
yeah, better flying cars.
See, I could see that. I'm with him because we had a decade ago. We had the iPhone was a breakthrough in communication, and what do we have all these years later? A better iPhone.
Yep.
Exactly. We have these breakthroughs, and then people just kind of like, well, how do we make it?
I don't
You know
think
who's
you're
gonna make those
thinking
cars, right?
big enough at all. Flying cars.
I agree. That's not. But where's the innovation? I'm asking the same question.
We won't even need cars in the year 3000. You'll be able to download yourself into the computer and email yourself to where you want to go, and then upload yourself back into the real world instantaneously.
I hope so.
Yeah, but you know who makes those flying cars in the year 3000?
Okay, here comes the bit. Who?
Apple.
I hope so. I mean, yeah. What's funny about that? I hope so.
Anyways, that's all I had, guys. You
My
guys have a
car-
good week.
My car will be finally cool.
Yeah, I don't think Apple will be around in the year 3000.
Microsoft will make a shittier version of the flying car, but you can
Yeah.
customize it.
What happened to What happened to the Windows Phone? They tried that, and you know what? How far they got was the movie Get Out. They're in that, and that's it. And then they're gone.
They got
Zune-
out.
Zune will be back in 3000.
Thank you for your call.
Yeah, see you guys.
Thank you. See you in the year 3000.
Let's talk to Mr. Horse.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys.
What's up, Monsieur Horse?
Hey, so I had a quick question. It's kind of like school related. So I'm currently finishing my first year of college, and I'm doing okay, but there's a couple classes right now that I'm kind of struggling to kind of keep my grade up, and it's been kicking my ass really bad. And I've just, at any point in your guys' school career, like, was there a certain class or a couple classes that just like kicked your ass so bad you had to just like do everything in your power to like keep your grade up and just keep going?
Yeah, I almost wasn't able to go to college unless I passed the Spanish 2 class. It had a D
Oh,
in
wow.
it, and I just straight up talked to my teacher, hey, this is the one class I need. If I don't get a C in this, I won't go to college. I've already been accepted. Is there anything I can do? Do you want to fix my computer? Okay. So I fixed her computer and she passed me.
That's great.
As someone who
Wow.
works as a teacher, office hours are a thing. Professors are there; they're mandated for their job to like have office hours. Talk to them. Just let them know, hey, I'm struggling. Like, is there anything I can do for help? Like, really, like talk to them. They make themselves available. So if you're struggling or scared, just talk to your professors. Let them know, and maybe they can work something out, or give you extra credit or something. But we're here to help.
Yeah, I took in high school. I took AP European History, and it was supposed to be a class advanced enough that if I took that, it actually counted for college credit.
Ooh.
And I was way over my head. It was so in depth and so much reading and so much everything that it was like this class has become my life, and I can't devote to it in the way that they need it. And and I talked to the teacher, and he was like, "Well, we do have an extra credit thing, like if you want to like make a video about a subject, because back then making a video was impossible."
Yeah.
But I was like, I can do that. I could figure that out. And so I did. And if anybody who is on our Patreon got the VHS that we gave out, or I don't know if anybody watched it, but there's a video on there called Mighty Morphin Dutch Monarchs, and and that like shot my grade up like 1,000 points because
Oh my god, that's great.
So that I tried really hard. I had to like barely scrape by in that class. It was scary.
That
And you know what?
Oh,
Failing
yeah.
in class is not the end of the world either. So don't stress out
That's
so much.
true. Yeah. Rocco, what you and Frank said about kind of doing a weird thing to kind of like pass a class or whatever. That reminded me when I was in high school. So I'm awful at math, and it's not like, oh, I'm bad. Like, I'm legitimately terrible at math since like kindergarten. And I was taking this algebra 2 class in high school, and it was just I don't know. It was just too. It was really hard for me, and I was failing, and I just couldn't get it. And it was going into my senior year, and I really didn't want to have to like make up a shit ton of math credits before, so I could graduate on time. And I went to my like advisor lady, and she was just like, "Oh well, we have this thing called extracurriculum, where if you sign off on it, I do, your parents, your teacher, and our principal, you can just skip math and still graduate." And I was like, fucking what? It was like they never told anyone about it. It's like they pulled it out of this secret drawer and like slid it on the table. And it got signed in like a day, and I didn't have to take math the rest of the year, and I just graduated like normal.
That's awesome.
And
See, there's always a
yeah, it
trump
was crazy.
Yeah.
There's always a trump
Yeah.
card.
That like blew my fucking mind. I like couldn't like I and I was still taking that class when I got that form, and I could have even if I failed that class then, it wouldn't have mattered, and I just still went, and I did end up failing that class. I still tried to pass the exam, but I graduated like normal, and everything was fine. But yeah, that's cool. Thanks for my call, guys.
Yeah, thank you. That's good to hear.
Yeah, see ya.
Thank you.
Just in general, if
hang on.
if you're struggling with anything, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Did you end up going to college?
Who, me? Yeah, I graduated.
really?
I have a degree in media studies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rivers.
Hey, what's
Yo.
up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
So, I wanted to know about your guys' opinion on esports because I got a college tuition or a scholarship for it. I was wondering if you guys had any opinions on that.
You got a college scholarship for esports?
Yeah, I played League of Legends competitively in college.
Holy shit.
That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Holy fuck! What
Got about like
college do you go to?
10K a year or a semester, one of the two.
What
That's
college do
Oh
you go
my
to?
god. Gamer you. GameStop.
Hello?
Oh, I hope our internet didn't crash. Ours
Oh
didn't
no.
crash. See if you can call back. Inter chat. Let us know
can't-
if you can still see it. Oh, it's
got-
catching up. It got up for a
Oh,
second.
it's
We can
okay.
probably rejoin if you want to, or no. Okay.
I think I'm already dazzled.
Okay. That's
That was
awesome. If you can get to, that's really cool.
That
That's
is
really, really
insane.
cool. Congratulations for pursuing that. That's the other thing too.
Man.
There's so many applications or scholarships and grants. There's
Yeah.
money out there. Take it. That's awesome.
Damn.
Yo,
Hey. I was
People at
wondering
home
if I
can't
could bring
see,
up.
but this guy's standing about 100 feet away from the camera. It's great.
So, can I bring up a topic from the last time you did an after show?
I hope so.
Wait 1 sec.
We're getting
Okay.
the button on the leave call, just in case.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. I had Twitch open in another
We just
tab.
don't know if we could trust this call.
Okay. No.
Are you
So
trustworthy?
you have to ask other people.
Okay, that's not the answer I was looking for. All
Okay.
right.
It's probably
Okay,
not. Probably not.
Probably.
So
not.
the week before we talked about, and Derek, bear with me. I think you're gonna like my approach. So the last week we talked about milk,
Yeah.
and so
Wait,
Rocco
hold
said,
on. Did Kevin leave?
he's doing another.
Are we
ghost-
the only ones
ghost
here? Why did everyone have to leave so quick? I wanted Kevin on here to.
Yeah, Kevin did leave.
Yeah, what's up with
Everybody
that?
left. I
Yeah,
don't
why did
fucking
why
know.
did
Where'd they all go?
let's
Don't
hold
we-
on. Let's talk shit on them
Don't
for
we
a
have a
minute.
time? It's not even 8 o'clock.
Yeah, why did
Where the
everyone
fuck
like
did
bolt
everyone
out of
go?
here? Yeah.
Fucking gotta
Let's bring
go-
that up when we we'll have like a meeting tomorrow.
Jesus fucking
Seriously,
Christ.
everyone bolted out like they had a bug up their
I
ass.
know. You give us an hour of your time.
Why did everyone have? But
Fucking-
usually Kevin sticks around. That's weird.
One night a week. You can't fucking hang out.
What happened? You brought out those porno cards. Everyone needs to pull their
Yeah,
plug.
dude. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they
I
went and
guess
called
so.
those numbers.
Everyone needs to pull their plug at home.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching WrestleMania. Ooh,
Yeah, what the fuck?
pay-per-view,
What
pay for
happened?
it.
Because Kevin could have chimed in on this milk thing.
What's this?
Now
milk
it's going to
shit?
be one-sided.
Was I there for the milk thing? I don't remember milk.
Yeah, blue milk.
Oh.
The blue milk
oh.
debate.
Derek wasn't here. It was
Jesus.
Blue
Which
Moon
let me
here.
say,
Yeah.
a lot of people. Well, fuck
Yeah,
it, he's
this
not
should
here
be
to
good.
defend him. All right, so I'll
be
just
good.
let you know. At PAX East, everyone who came to that booth agreed with me.
What? It should
The
taste like
milk
shit.
should, in the spirit of Star Wars, it looks nasty. It should taste nasty. It
You
should
don't know
be-
what it tasted like. It was a movie.
It looked gross, though. It looked gross. I think it should be gross, and everyone takes a sip and goes, "Ew!" You try it, and then it's fun. So anyway, you were gonna say something.
okay, so here's my take. So yes, the blue milk should be nasty, but it should have a little plastic bug in it. When you drink it, there's a bug inside the milk.
Get him,
and
Rocco. Get him.
All right.
Yeah, thank
Hung
you.
up on that. I'm not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate
that.
harassment.
We're not
No
gonna
one
tolerate
should.
that shit.
You don't.
That was
You don't
fucking
owe anyone
dumb.
your attention.
That was fucking stupid.
And harassment, online harassment, will not be tolerated.
That was dumb as fuck.
I will not. And I can prosecute.
That dude knew that was exactly how it was going to go, too. That's why he was standing so far away. He was like...
He didn't want to get hit.
Yeah, he didn't want to have too clear a view of us.
Because when I get mad...
Cutting him down.
Because when I get mad, people tend to run away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, enough said about that. Okay.
That's true.
Yo.
Camille,
Hello.
how's it going?
Good. These calls are kind of like a bummer, so I was like,
Yeah.
let's do a good one.
Yeah, we really some sick individuals.
Same as every week. Don't worry.
Some very sick people out there.
Sorry, the cat is here. Are you gonna say hi? Do you have a question? I have a question that I asked at RTX
Okay.
a few years ago, but Rocco, you weren't there, and I wanted to hear your answer. And I don't think
Okay.
Frank was full time yet. So so this question, hold on, has a little bit of a setup. So, you guys have been doing skits out in the world since the beginning of YouTube. So you guys have seen kind of like what people's reactions were pre-YouTube and post-YouTube. So I wonder if you can tell, do people kind of react differently to you guys doing like weird stuff outside? Because like now that YouTube's around, you can look up pranks all the time. So I feel like it'd be easier for people now to be like, oh, they're doing a skit. Whereas before YouTube, it was like, what the fuck is happening? So do you even notice that or no?
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Because like you look at our first videos and all you had to do was dress up like Mario and people would go, why are they doing this? What's going on outside? And now everything's different. It's not even just videos. It's like cosplay is a thing. Like that wasn't even an embraced thing back then.
Nerd culture in general.
Yeah, nerd culture in general is mainstream. Videos like that are mainstream. So it's totally different. So, in terms of getting weird reactions, you can't just like put on a costume and look weird. Now it's like, who cares about that? But the things that still do work where we can get, we have to kind of outthink it now. You know what I mean? Where like we did that God of War video recently. It's not just like, I'm Kratos, I'm going to run around town. No, it's like there has to be some extra thing to it. Like, okay, this axe is going through all these places. Well, people still might not know what the hell that is,
Right.
or I did that Kingdom Hearts thing recently.
Right.
And that was more
really
and that
good.
was more interpersonal. It wasn't like, look at this
Right,
crazy
yeah.
thing I'm doing. It's like, let me explain this horrific story to you. And it's like, no, don't, So we kind of have to like think around that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. It's not even at all the same when we do that.
Yeah, I think that's cool you guys have that perspective of like the pre and post YouTube. Because I wasn't sure, because I feel like if someone's doing weird stuff like at my school or something, I'd be like, this is kind of like a smaller place to do it, so that's weird. But you guys kind of live in like a bigger part of California, so I feel like there's a lot of people out there filming a lot.
Yeah, well, we should also say though, we definitely there is also a big difference between living here in San Diego versus LA, because when you shoot in LA, everyone rolls their eyes. No matter what you do, you film anything out in LA, and it's like, what is this production? Okay, what stupid production is this? And I will say that despite what I've said, there is still an element here in San Diego of like, oh, are they shooting something? There's a little bit of like, ooh, what's happening? Ooh, LA, forget it. LA, everyone's tired of you before you even show up.
They see you take out a camera and they're like,
yeah. Oh, another camera. Great. There's a little bit of that in San Diego since the, in a post YouTube world, but there's still people who will, even aside from like public skits, if we want to film in a location, if we want to like show up to some location and film a dramatic scene, let's say, if you do that in LA, it's like, all right, where's your fucking permit? All right, where's you didn't call this, you didn't call that. You show up in San Diego, and a lot of times you get like, ooh, you're shooting a movie, ooh, So there's good and bad. There's good and bad with the reactions nowadays, but you adapt and you move forward.
right.
So that's
okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Is that a good assessment, Derek? Would you say, or meh? or is it a Met assessment?
Well, I don't know. We've really slowed down with the stuff we do in public, anyways.
Mm.
And there's not only that, flash mobs have come and gone.
Yeah.
We go out and we film sometimes, and people just don't give a shit
Mhm.
because they know that if they react and it's filmed, it's
Yeah.
probably going to go online. So a
Yeah,
lot of people
they-
just have a stone.
They bow out.
Stonewall. They stonewall us. They
Yeah.
just have they don't engage with us.
Mm.
So we actually have to. I feel like we have to try harder to be impossible to ignore.
Mhm.
So, even with that Mario skit, like dragging around that trash can was so fucking loud.
Yeah.
And also, we have to the things we do now is, when a flash mob used to go out, when those were still a thing, it would be obvious, like, oh, these guys are putting on a show. Dragging around the trash can, it's not immediately obvious. Like, what is this bit?
Yeah.
These guys are dragging around a trash can. That's fucking annoying.
Are they just crazy or what?
Yeah, they don't see, like,
we have to think more
they're
like
doing
that.
Mario. It's
Yeah.
just they tied a trash can to a steel cable and they're dragging around. What the fuck are these guys doing?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. We have to think outside of that and make it more of we have to make it a less explainable situation, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But I think
again, like with the God of War thing, like with the axe was going through places. I had a GoPro on an axe and I'm walking around by myself like that, and people didn't really know what it was. It wasn't like, oh, another, this guy's putting on a show, or this. It was really just like, what am I looking at?
The key to what we've always done is to anticipate what the reaction is going to be and to either circumvent it or go beyond it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
We used to know, like, if we just run out in a Mario costume, people are going to fucking flip their lid.
Yeah.
But now we're smart enough to know that that's not enough.
Yeah.
And they're not going to react. And sometimes we don't outsmart our victims.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think we're going to knock them dead. We're going to get crazy reactions, and it's just a dud. And we have to go back to the drawing board. So
Yeah.
always having to outthink the public when you do those public pranks.
Yeah.
So part of it, I guess, is, as much as things have changed, they've still kind of stayed the same in that sense. The approach is always, how is this going to make people react, and is this what we want?
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, y'all.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for your call.
It's always cool
I think
talking about
I bored her.
filmmaking.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry to talk your ear off, Camille.
No, I mean, it got us going on an interesting
Yeah.
subject. Jordy. I'm a pig and my name's Gordy. Do you remember that movie?
No.
Remember there was
yeah.
Babe, and then there was 2 days later there was a movie Gordy, and it was another talking pig. What was that?
Like with ants and Bugs Life.
Yeah,
Twin
that was
films.
weird too. But at least they had, I don't know. Even a talking pig is more specific.
Yeah, but speaking of movies, what's the movie you were most disappointed for, but ended up being the most disappointed, but were most excited for?
I can't. What?
What movie disappointed you that you were stoked for?
That I was excited for, but it ended up being disappointing.
Yeah.
The ratio of excitement to disappointment is the most, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think for most of the planet, it was Star Wars Episode 1, right? I mean, I feel like that's like the benchmark for like, oh my God, there's a new Star Wars movie to like what we got.
I ate it up when I was a kid. I fucking lapped that movie up.
I just mean in general. Yeah, I'm not picking that as mine.
Yeah.
Because, I remember being disappointed by it, but I remember leaving that movie thinking Episode 1 of any series is disappointing. Like,
really?
Honestly, most of my favorite shows or most of my whatever, I find that the first one is like, it's like you watch the early Wonder Years episodes and they're not as good as like what came later. And so I thought of it the same way. When it ended, I was like, that was disappointing, but that's how it starts.
I was
that's how it started.
Nerd cucked at the time. I read the novelization of Phantom Menace before the movie came out. I went into the movie.
I read it later,
knowing what the story was going to be.
Yeah,
and I was just happy to see it on screen.
Yeah.
I was like, there's Quato. Oh, he's not what I thought he looked like in the book.
Yeah, I mean, I still saw it like 5 times.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not. I'm
did
not.
too.
I'm not saying I was too good for it.
I thought,
it was more Star
you know,
Wars. I was
Darth
still into
Maul
that.
was cool to me. The end battle, like I didn't love that movie, but I was so stoked to have new Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I ate that up.
Yeah,
I was like, what? When did that movie come out?
99.
99? Yeah, I was like a freshman in high school. I was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
It like hit my sweet spot.
Yeah.
I was stoked on it.
Yeah. It was still exciting to have new Star Wars, but I was disappointed compared to the other ones.
It honestly wasn't until way later in life that I became more like discerning and jaded with films. After I had seen a lot more films and started seeing like the same type of movie over and over and over again. Then I hit a wall. I was like, holy shit, they make the same movie every fucking year. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For me it was Avatar, just because like as a kid, Terminator 2 and Titanic, those are like the best films of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, a new James Cameron movie, this is gonna be fucking awesome. And then I watched it and it was like, oh, this is not for me. And it's this is okay. At the time, I was really disappointed. As I've gotten older, it's like, oh yeah, it just wasn't for me. He made a vanilla film. The world liked it, but it just wasn't for me. But at the time, I was like, oh, I was expecting like a kick-ass action movie, and instead it was like a fairy tale.
You know, for me, I think it was the first Transformers movie. And that was really when big blockbuster movies lost their charm for me.
Yeah.
It was a new generation.
I loved like Pirates of the Caribbean and all that stuff. I even, went into Haunted Mansion. I was like, well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as good as Pirates of the Caribbean, but I love Disney stuff. But
Yeah.
I was so into Transformers. I wasn't a huge Transformers fan, but I was so down with that movie. And then I watched it and I can't even recall what happens in that movie. I just remember walking out of the theater thinking like, cars looked cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that movie felt like an assault for me because I saw the premiere of that movie.
We saw it together.
Transformers?
Yeah.
No. Maybe later or did I go? Maybe
I
we all
watched Transformers with you in theaters.
Well, there's no way I saw that twice.
I don't know.
But they debuted at Anime Expo in 2008, and I went. I knew people who were already like in line, and they cut me in. And so I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And there was so much cheering every time somebody transformed. I mean, yeah! That I couldn't hear the movie. And I remember thinking, like, there's nothing happening in this. And it was like a big like moment of disillusion. I was just like, it really was sad. Yeah, I was really bummed out that it was it played out the way that it did. I remember, I was never that into Transformers, but that movie was so kind of like blasé. I don't know. So, but I wasn't like that wasn't one I was excited for. So I don't, that's not really a great benchmark. I think for me it was probably. I think for me, as much as I still was into Star Wars, Episode 1 still like coming off of like Return of the Jedi was one of my favorite movies ever, and I still think the drop was maybe the biggest. I don't know, maybe.
Mine's a weird one.
What?
My pick is a weird one. It's Tomorrowland.
Oh.
What was it?
Tomorrowland, the George Clooney.
Oh,
Disney
see,
film.
I enjoyed the shit out of that. Like,
Did you ever follow the ARG?
No.
There's this whole game where you had to go to like Walt Disney's favorite chili spot, chili, and they give you a clue.
Oh no, I didn't.
And this whole storyline that I followed, and I ended up getting a cool little record with Carousel of Progress on it, and it was probably one of the greatest ARGs I've ever followed. You could look it up on InsideTheMagic.com.
Yeah,
and it got me so excited for like a 1960s Disneyland movie, and it just sort of delivered on that. But
yeah, I know a lot of people that with that movie they expected so much of the marketing hinged on the World's Fair in the 1960s and this futuristic Tomorrowland world, and those are barely in the movie. But that was one where even though I was excited because it was like, dude, it was like Damon Lindelof and Brad Bird working on a movie about like future shit.
Retro future.
Even though that was great, I went into that still with low expectation. I was like, hey, this is this I don't buy it. This is too perfect. I can't. And I ended up really enjoying it. It's not like I'm not going to say that's like a perfect movie, but I really enjoyed it. But I think I went in with good. I knew going in at like lower ear.
I think in 1999 this movie came out, The Thin Red Line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was billed as like Saving Private Ryan Part 2. Like, if you thought that was good, wait till you see this.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
literally I've never seen so many people walk out of a movie theater. One by one. And
Yeah.
at first I was like, oh, where's that guy going? He going to the bathroom? That's weird. Oh, he never came back. And then just people were just like every 5 minutes somebody just get up and walk out. And yeah, it was just such a letdown.
Yeah. Well, but
Horrible
sometimes
experience.
it can. Yeah, obviously, like there's marketing to try to convince you of whatever, but sometimes it can get to the point where you're deceived. What's that?
It was a bad movie, but
I like it, but I know that it's not at all an act like a war. It's like total Malik masturbation art house stuff, which is like I eat up.
I was gonna say because like for me when I saw There Will Be Blood, it was so not what anyone advertised to me. Like everyone kept telling me it was like this fucking psycho guy. Like it was so like not that at all, to the point that when that finished, I felt like ripped off. I was like, what was everyone saying to me? Like, and then I watched it later without that, and it was like, that's a great movie.
I didn't like that movie the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't like No Country for Old Men the first time I saw it. Those two movies came out the same year, and then upon second viewing, really fell in love with both of those movies. That happens sometimes. Maybe I should go watch The Thin Red Line again, but yeah, that was awful. That was a horrible experience.
Well, thank you for your call, Jordy.
Sorry about the milk call earlier, by the way.
What?
Was that
We
you?
don't store anything in our heads.
Was that you?
So
Yeah.
we don't hold anything against you. Except now. I'm never going to forget
Well,
Jordy. that you
well
brought
forgive
that up.
him.
I don't forgive it.
I was never into No Country for Old Men either.
It's not your kind of movie.
I'm not into the Coen brothers at all. I really have never really been into them. I don't know what that is.
I think there's a whole genre of movies that are not Rocco movies, and I could list like 10 of them. Movies that are universally loved that I know are not up your alley.
Like what? What comes to mind?
Kill Bill, No Country for Old Men.
Kill Bill. I watched again. Recently. I liked it more. I still don't love it though. Yeah, I just well, you know what? I felt like it was you with Django though, Derek, because like I saw Django Unchained within the last couple of years, and I liked it. But I remember you saying like you watched all those Django movies, and it's like, what is this shit? You know, whatever. And I feel like that's me with Kill Bill. I'm like, I know what you're like kind of spoofing, and I'm like not. I'm good. My cup is filled with that. You know what I mean? Is how I felt about it.
I feel like
anyway.
Movies that kind of center around violence, around like shitty people, anti-hero films, like serious ones. I just don't think it's like gonna be your kind of film. Like crime movies.
Yeah, no, that is my least favorite. When solving a crime, like Zodiac type shit, I'm like,
or movies that just follow
don't.
criminals. I just find that. Yeah,
More darker stuff in general.
Yeah, I just don't think you like darker films.
You know what? It's not even that it's dark. You know what? I think that it's that I just don't buy it. And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna use a weird comparison, but like The Sopranos is such a fantastic show to me because it's about some episodes of that show are about the darkest subject matters you can think of, and yet the show is still funny. But it's not a funny show. Do you know what I mean? It's not a comedy show. But that's what life is dark shit juxtaposed against comedy. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I think some movies go about it in a way that I'm just like, shut up. You know, like I don't buy it in that way. I don't know how else to describe that.
Sopranos definitely has, especially in the first episode, comedic moments.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
Sure. And I'm not saying everything needs to have that.
Yeah, Tony in the first, he's like, I had to go settle a debt with my friend, and then it hard cuts to him like hitting a guy with a car.
But to that point, even David Chase has talked about that first episode, how he hates it.
Really?
Yeah, because he says that's hacky and like cutting in the middle of conversation. Oh, I had to pay him a visit, and then cutting to he's like, that was like wacky, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like later episodes are at that level.
I think
I'm comparing
I
it to
think
later ones.
Despite that, I do feel like in movies I would recommend to you, there has to be an element of wackiness to it. I do think you look for that in the stuff that you enjoy.
I don't know.
That's not
I
an
don't
insult.
know.
That's just my perception of you. I like stuff that is decidedly not wacky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like dark stuff.
Yeah.
As long as it's interesting.
I think what it is for me though, that's interesting though. I've always perceived things better. How do I say this? Yeah, when it walks that line. Sopranos always walked that line to me, and that's why I loved it. But I've always, like Twin Peaks is like the new Twin Peaks. I'm only talking about the newer ones. Were so great to me because some of the effects and shit happening in it, or just some of the events in it, were so like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what is David Lynch like? Why is he doing this? And it would be so like laughable. But at the same time, they'd be conveying this horrific thing. And I think I like stuff that walks that line better. It's not like, oh, it's got to be funny. It's more about walking that line of like, do I laugh or feel dread? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that makes any more sense. But you're onto it in one way or another.
Yeah, I think maybe, there's certain movies that I would say are even slightly like a little bit mean-spirited. If that makes sense, like you could tell kind of the person making this is kind of like angry at the world.
Yeah,
and I feel like those are the kind of movies that you don't really like.
Yeah, outright misery for just that. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, because Coen's are all of their films are about existentialism and kind of with this comedy, they're laughing at it, but still just this like inherent like it's the same thing like. This like Jewish brand of comedy with it too that like is just so dry and painful and miserable, but it's a release of it. But that's all Coen's, and that's why I fucking love it. But have you seen Raising Arizona?
No.
I feel like that's the one that Rocco would like because that is like.
I disagree. I think you'd hate
really.
that movie.
I feel like it has enough '90s wackadoo. Even David Lynch, it's just kind of a little bonkers.
Yeah.
I think you might like Raising Arizona.
That's my least favorite. I hate Raising Arizona,
then
and I don't think Rocco would like.
But
it.
I remember Low Tax back in the day was like, what the fuck? You'd love that. And I was like, really?
That might be the
You
one.
should watch it
Because he said the same thing. He wasn't in their other stuff, but he loved that.
I don't
know.
Maybe.
I'll give it a shot.
I think you might like that one.
I don't think a movie like Romper Stomper. You're not gonna like it.
American History.
I don't know. Have you seen?
I love American History X though. I think that's a great movie. So I don't know. But even that, you know what it is though? For me, I just want to feel like I'm really connecting to the human experience, and I do that through humor. American History X, I'm not gonna say that's a funny movie, but I feel the human experience there. I feel that regardless of it, I don't know. Some things I do, some things I don't.
Like there's this film Man Bites Dog. I love that movie. I do not think you would like that movie.
Yeah.
And there are parts of it that kind of have some comedy to it, but there are parts that are so dark and miserable. Like murder scenes that are really kind of unenjoyable to watch. I think that you would just be like, fuck this shit. Like, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
But that's a movie I would, those are the types of movies I think are in the not Rocco's category. Not Rocco's bag category. I have movies, Tomorrowland. You like that movie? I'm probably not going to enjoy that movie. I think.
Yeah, I was actually going to, but you didn't see it though,
No,
right?
I didn't see
that. That movie though, I do enjoy it, but that movie is like kind of like 6 open. Did you ever see it, Frank? Yeah, it's kind of like 6 opening acts. It really is kind of like every part of the movie feels like, okay, are we starting the movie? We're starting the movie. We're starting. Oh, it's over. But I still enjoyed it for its subject.
My thing is I just don't generally like big studio like films that are made for everyone. I like very divisive shit. I like something specific. But the one sequence that blew me away is that long sequence where the girl is like in the future doing it and it hard cuts to her in the lake. I thought that sequence was so fucking cool because it's a sequence shot.
And
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah,
Like
movie could have used more of that definitely, but I still enjoyed it. But I'm trying to think of movies that are I can think of a class of movie that Derek doesn't like that I love, which is when a movie how do I say it? Like movies that honestly, like cheesy movies, I guess. Like movies that there's a brand of movie that for me, how do I say this? When a movie misses the mark, it sucks. When a movie misses the mark so much, it's incredible. I love it. Like, why does this exist? I am a fan of the "Why does this exist" movie, and Derek is like, no, why the fuck does it exist? Fuck this. Like Halloween 3. Halloween 3, why was that made? Why the fuck was that made? And Derek and I can agree, why was that made? But it is so off the mark that I really enjoy it. And then, yeah, Derek brought it in, but like, fuck this piece of shit. You know? So, you know, that's something I like and it would never, yeah.
But then
Derek
again,
is
I
like
like The Room.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
yeah.
you do.
You know what? I mean, I was just so spent on it for a long time, but no, I do. I mean, that's up my alley, definitely.
Halloween 3 is just a bad movie. It's just bad all around bad.
Yeah, but I love it. I do love
the
it.
redeeming qualities of that film are.
It's just so off the mark. I don't know.
It's like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie without the jokes.
Yeah, well,
without anybody riffing on it.
But you know what? But in my mind, it's perpetually funny, so I don't need them.
It's supposed to be a horror film.
I know, but you know what? But here's the thing. That's another thing is I'm not a big horror guy. So watching this movie that doesn't play by any of the rules of horror, probably not in a good way. I enjoy it. A woman is staying in the room next to it. What's in this mask? And she fucks around with the chip inside the mask, and it fries her face. And there's no more to that sequence. Who was that character? I don't know.
Dude,
but
that
why?
was a perfect example. How could a fucking computer chip fry a girl's face?
But exactly.
Michael Myers stabs people. I get the motivation of the horror.
But
that could fucking happen. Somebody could show up and kill you. That's scary. I'm not gonna die from a computer chip and a fucking mask. What is this movie?
But that's what I enjoy about it. Is it's just it's so quirky. You know, yeah, every horror movie would have the guy stabbing somebody, but you know, I've just seen that, and I don't feel threatened by that. I don't feel threatened by fucking around with a computer chip and it fries your face. But at least there's something there that's like, what is this movie doing? Yeah. And I enjoy that experience. I'm not saying it's a good movie.
To me, a good horror movie should make you kind of think about what if this happened in my own life. Holy shit.
Yeah,
that would suck.
Realistically, the function of horror is to make you rethink.
Yeah, like if I found myself in this situation, I would be so miserable and devastated.
Yeah. And I get that, but that's just I've always been on the other end of that, which is like, so show me something that makes me question it in a different way, I guess.
And all those movies that you don't like that I do, you know, stuff like Fargo, stuff like No Country for Old Men, it is people who are in situations that are hard to navigate.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm drawn to them. Because it is a shitty no-win situation, and I feel like I can watch people go through that and be right there along with the ride. And if it's realistic, I love it. Because then I feel like, oh, this is like, you know, this is what you would actually do if you found yourself in this situation. This is fascinating to me. Yeah. But I feel like you are just like, I don't want to be in this situation. I don't want to live this situation. I don't want to experience this.
Well, you know what? If it's something, I think I relate to stuff more in metaphor, if that makes any sense. Like again, I used like the new Twin Peaks that came out was fucking surreal. And yet I find things more relatable through that. I feel more emotional connection to things in an abstract way than I do with, we got to find this killer. We've got to find, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's just personal. I've always connected more, I think, to things in a like, what the fuck sort of way rather than a like, dude, this is good fucking drama kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm right, but that's just how.
And I think
I've always been.
Yeah, realizing this is why I hate like superhero movies and all that shit because it's so unrelatable.
Yeah,
me,
sure.
Who the fuck gives a shit if you can fly around and you're impervious to pain? Like, who relates to this shit?
Yeah.
This doesn't convey anything. There's no lessons to be learned here. Nobody's ever gonna be in this situation where you're on another planet, forced to fight in an arena against these crazy creatures.
But that is why, I mean, you know, and I enjoy those now and then. By and large, I agree, but But that was what But every now and then something comes along, and that's why I liked like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
I love those too.
Yeah, because they followed rules,
They're
and
grounded,
they
yeah.
Those
but,
have an
but,
element
But
of,
there's
like,
heightened too. But it's
when they call those movies gritty, I think what they mean to say is they have an element of this can happen in reality. And even Batman is fantastic. I don't mind stuff being fantastic.
Yeah, they don't have to be.
But it starts
this
with,
needs to be realistic. I don't want that.
It starts with a bank robbery,
Yeah.
and they show you like, okay, they're scoping it out. Okay, they're disabling the alarms.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going in there with the guns. All right, they're forcing everybody down, like step by step.
Yeah.
They're doing a real robbery. Batman shows up later. It's like, okay, well, there's no real Batman in real life, but conceivably there could be if there was a guy who had that much money.
Well,
and
I
was
think
really had the conviction to do it.
You brought up the Aquaman
Yeah.
thing earlier, and I brought this up before, I think, but James Cameron talked about, they were like, what do you think of Aquaman? Like, you've done movies in the water before, what do you think about Aquaman? And he's like, I'm not even going to diss the movie, but my criticism of it is that there are no rules. Once that guy goes underwater, he's going 1,000 miles an hour. Now he's got fucking dolphin guns, and now he's, he didn't say, James Cameron didn't say all this, but he said once he went underwater, all bets were off, and there was no, and he's like, I don't think you shouldn't do spectacular things underwater, but if I was doing it, it follows a hard set of rules just so that you know what can and cannot work, and that adds to the tension of the, and that's, I totally understood that. I was like, yes.
Yeah, totally.
And that's Batman. Batman should not be, it needs to be realistic. This should be the real world. I don't think that. But those Nolan movies follow rules, and that's what makes the tension to me really. And that's not to say I didn't. Hey, I enjoyed the last Avengers movie. It was but it's like watching fucking Dragon Ball Z. It's whatever. And I enjoyed it, but that's what I like is the.
It's like when you read fan fiction written by like a teenager. The main motivation is, wouldn't it be cool if this happened? And that's why it does happen, because it's the wouldn't this be cool factor. It's like, well. It would be cool if this was like kind of built up properly, if there was some structure to this and some foundation that made some sense. But a lot of that gets skipped over just for the end product of, then the cool thing happened.
Yeah,
It's like, well, you didn't really earn it.
Sure. But anyway.
All right.
Well, that was we went on
Deep
quite
conversation.
the tear there. Wish the other guys could have heard that.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Jerking it.
Seriously, where the fuck do they have to go? Come on. What is this? I don't get it. We are not interesting to them. I don't entertain you.
They're watching it at home.
They're
They
watching.
want to get the best experience. They want to hang out in the.
Do you know what? Nothing infuriates me more. Let me just tell. Let me go. This has become an epic rant.
Uh-oh.
Okay, an epic sauce.
Why blank is
rant.
a cinematic blank?
The Last Jedi is a cinematic failure. No, when Sean has to leave early,
Okay.
and then we say something like that, and then he's in the chat. Yeah, and it's like, why are you at home in the chat?
Is he in the
His
chat right
favorite
now?
place to
No,
hang
not
out.
right now, but he's done it before. Where he's like, I gotta go. Oh, as soon as the
never
thing, I
noticed
gotta
him in the
go.
chat.
And then he'll be in the chat saying something. What is that? You could be on camera delivering your own hashtag epic sauce rant, and he doesn't do it. He's in the chat like a simp. I don't.
Sean
get it.
needs to clear his schedule on Sunday night. And I'm going to say it. Rant time for me.
Uh-oh.
We've
Here
been
it
doing
comes.
this. How
Here it
many years
comes.
we've been doing this podcast? Over 10?
Oh my god.
Clear your-
13.
13 years. Clear your Sunday night schedule.
Yeah.
After 13
Come on.
years, you should tell people, hey, I got something to do on Sunday night.
Yeah, come on.
You've had enough time. I can understand. I'm going to need some time to arrange this. You've had over a decade.
Hashtag impatient sauce.
Make the arrangements.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my rant.
Shame on him. I'll say it here.
Figure
Shame on
this
him.
out.
Yep.
You don't have another 13 years. It needs to be done right now. You've had enough time.
Exactly. Now is the best time. I agree, Kevin, in the chat. Sean needs to get over the whole kids thing. Exactly. You heard him earlier ranting about Disneyland. It's so hard to go. It's so expensive to go. I can give you a solution. Move out, kids. Move out. Time to move out.
Now I'm going to say same thing as with the podcast. You've had enough time with these kids. You should have figured it out by this point. It's expensive to take the kids to Disneyland. Hey, save up the money. You got so much time to plan it.
Exactly.
Plan it right. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, and that guy plans to fail day in and day out.
Yep.
Sick of it. Sick of the whining and the bitching. Figure your shit out.
What's funny is we'll go on these rants against Sean. Clearly, we're against Sean.
Yeah.
That much is clear. But you never read online rumors of I hear Rocco hates Sean. I hear Derek hates Sean. You never see that.
Uh-huh.
After this broadcast, we'll still read online, wow, you can tell Rocco hates Derek because all he's doing is trying to appease him on camera by siding with the Sean haters in an attempt to keep Derek pacified because he knows he has to work alongside him in a prison of the mind.
I take it as a compliment that everybody thinks I'm too good for Mega64 and that I'm going to be the Justin Timberlake and the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
who leads
What's
the group.
what's up with that? I don't like it. I want to be too good for Mega64.
I am clearly the talented one, and I'm being squandered and wasted here. I read between the lines.
sucks.
I see the compliment. Thank you, for recognizing my true value.
When am I too good for Mega64?
Yeah, you're not. You are Mega64. If you leave, we'd have to change the name. We'd become New Order.
Fuck.
We'd have to call ourselves Beta Test or something.
Oh man.
Did he hang up on us? What an asshole!
I don't think they even picked up.
Oh,
No, they're still trying to call him.
they're here. Yeah, well now we should pick up maybe.
All
After
right.
that epic sauce rant.
Stink Dink.
Hello.
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 Oh, hey guys.
Hey, what did you think of that epic sauce rant?
Sometimes you gotta lay it down on people.
Yeah.
Just gotta do it sometimes, man.
Thank you.
What's the biggest
well-
problem with Mega64 in your opinion, Stink Dink?
What's the biggest problem? Man, that's part of my call tonight. I was gonna say I've been missing Eric quite a lot.
Is that the biggest problem?
Well, I love your guys' content. Your new Sekiro video was great. I was repping the Baja Mas shirt on my university, got some compliments. So I like all that, but I was watching some of your older podcasts, and some of my favorite bits are when Eric's on, and just kind of,
This guy's sick.
I've definitely noticed his absence, I guess.
This guy's sick.
So is Brian not living up to the shoes that Eric?
No, it's Brian was always there with Eric and everybody else, but it's just I'm missing that Eric,
I don't know.
Sick.
I don't know what that.
Sick.
I don't know how to interpret that.
Can't understand.
I guess part of my question was, what are some of your guys' favorite bits in memory? For Sean and his kids, that's kind of a bit, I would say, to go beyond the fourth wall.
Sean and
but
his kids are a bit. That's a hell of a bit.
That's a good commitment. Jonathan's coughing.
That dude got
not exactly what I mean, but
that dude got ball surgery. That's some
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
bit.
His commitment to the bit might be a little too much.
I mean more just I don't know what I guess it's just some of your. I guess part is in my group of friends, we'll have jokes at certain guys for things they do in the past, something dumb they said. So we'll always bring it back up. And I was just wondering if you guys have something like that.
This guy didn't know Sean's kids were not a bit, and he's backpedaling. He thought the whole 80 kids thing was a joke, and now it's all hitting him, and he's going, "Oh no, it's real," and he can't fathom what a catastrophe that would be. So I understand. It's okay. It's a heavy thought.
It is.
Stink Dink, do you have kids?
I do not.
How many kids you got? Oh,
Why
okay.
not? Are you doing the no kid bit?
Well, I actually called into your Heart Slayers this past Monday and explained how having trouble making the kids, I guess.
What?
Well, man.
Well, let me just ask you. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Last time you were trying to pour the batter, were you trying to make pancakes?
No, I don't think I was.
All right. Well, thank you for your call. It was a solid call. We got to the bottom.
That was
of
a good call. Thank you, Stink Dink.
Okay. Let's New Age.
Stink Dink did call into Heart Slayers, but
Oh,
he
okay.
left to tune in the episode.
Hi.
That's what that was about.
How's it going, guys?
What's your name? New Age Retro Steven?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
It's like an Earthbound reference, but I put my name in it. Oh man, I haven't been to call with you guys since like 2017.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah, I've been calling a lot. Hey, so I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I know this was mentioned on the last Meg stream, but a lot of times when people go out of town, they're really stoked to go to a city that they've never been to before.
Yeah.
When have you guys ever been to a city or anywhere that you're really stoked to go to, and then all of a sudden you just fucking hate it? Like, I know Boston has really bad traffic, like possibly worse than LA.
Well, I never dealt with the Boston traffic. I'm sure Sean would have an epic sauce rant about that, but
and, there's no way it's worse than Los Angeles.
Yeah,
not possible.
I mean, I do enjoy going to PAX East in Boston. I really enjoy that event. I guess sometimes when we go, it can be like a snowy storm mess, and that's not a great situation.
Yeah.
So I guess in that sense, it could be that. But
I don't hate any town we've ever been to.
No,
yeah,
not really.
My default answer is to travel is a blessing. To leave your zone to explore is such a gift. I would never feel disappointed unless something truly tragic happened to me. Even going to like small places like San Antonio, Texas wasn't like the craziest thing, but I thought it was charming. I traveled the Midwest before, and it was, I don't know, it's always fun to explore, even if something isn't spectacular like the Midwest. It's still cute. I
think the only city that I have been to in all our travels where I went, dud. And I'm gonna say it. I hope I don't hurt anybody watching this. I hope I don't get any hate.
Hurt everybody.
But Dallas.
Ooh.
Dallas, Texas. I had a great time at the events that we went to. The people that came to that event were the best people in the world. And that was all the more reason that the rest of Dallas made me kind of like, oh.
Dallas was a little bit boring, but we went to Dealey Plaza, saw where the PB&J shooting happened, where they shot him.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I like that.
PB&J?
Peanut Butter Kennedy Jr., whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, the president, whatever, 3 letters.
Oh.
CBD.
Oh. Yeah, the
JFK
CBD.
Reloaded.
Oh, JFK, yeah.
CBD.
That's what it was.
Oh.
Exactly.
JFK. Whatever his name is.
Just fucking kidding. That's all we meant. But anyway, yeah. So there's some interesting stuff there. There's something interesting in every place, but that was the only place. I just remember where we were the couple times we went. There wasn't a lot going on.
Where's the shittiest place we've ever been?
But I wouldn't say Dallas is shitty. I was just kind of like, anything else going on?
Victorville. I'll throw that place.
Yeah.
Victorville, California.
Yeah, you know what?
That place.
Yeah, let's all we can band together on that. Victorville.
Didn't know what we were getting into with that shit. Wish I could fucking eternal sunshine that place out of my mind. Fuck that place.
Victorville, California. I'm not familiar with it.
Imagine a toilet that the size of a whole town. Victorville, California.
That sounds like a lot of SoCal. Like if you've been to like El Centro or like fucking Salton Sea or anywhere.
Hey, as bad as you think that is, those places look like fucking Monte Carlo compared to Victorville, California.
Well, is there anywhere that you ended up liking a lot more than you thought you would?
Well, honestly, my experiences with Texas were kind of like, I don't hate Texas. I was just kind of like, all right. And then we went to, when we spent a lot of time in Austin, I really enjoyed it. I really had a great time in Austin. I still love going there for RTX and stuff like that. So I guess in that sense.
We went to St. Augustine, Florida, and I thought, what the fuck's is St. Augustine, Florida?
Yeah.
And I had a good time there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a fun place.
Yeah, especially if you like golf. Oh, man.
They took us to like this old fortress. They took us to like the old fort area, like the old part of town.
Yeah.
They took us to like the original or the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum where they used to film the show at.
Yeah.
Like there's some shit happening in St. Augustine, Florida.
That was cool. Like somebody in the chat was like, yeah, Dallas doesn't have enough Disneyland or toy train shit for Rocket.
Yeah, well, that's true. They don't. They don't. Dallas is kind of sleepy. There's not really much going on there.
Just for my taste. But here's the thing. We're from Southern California. Austin, Texas feels like a Texas version of Southern California. You know what I mean? It kind of feels the same way. So I connect to that a little bit more. And Dallas was very not that. And so I think I was just like, what? There's just I just there was so much culture in Austin and they got a filmmaking scene there and there was there was a whole bunch of stuff that I connected to, I guess. I thought, you know what? Oh, I should say, as for one, I was pleasantly surprised. I've never had a very high opinion of Arizona, to be honest.
Fuck.
And then we start. What is that? Is that where you are?
Yes.
Well, I just always thought, like, what's in Arizona? What, you know?
It sucks here. There's nothing.
Yeah, my interactions were kind of like, but we did TayoCon in Mesa, Arizona, several times.
Yeah.
And I had a great time
fun in
every
Arizona,
time.
and the people were really friendly.
People were great.
Yeah.
I had, honestly, it was
Hey,
I'll say it's a freaky ass town, man.
Legitimately, I remember being in Dallas
Yeah.
at our panel.
Yeah.
And we put a call out to the crowd like, "Hey, let us know. We're here in Dallas. What's the fun thing to do?" And it was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, leave Dallas.
Yeah.
That was what the people who lived there
Yeah.
were saying.
Yeah. And
So-
Mesa's freaky. They're doing panels. They're talking about
Yeah.
what kind of hentai are you into?
We go to Mesa. People are like, just want to let you know, you are in the sex toy capital of the world. So you want to talk
Yeah.
about any of that stuff?
Dude,
We could talk
yeah.
about it.
Dude, they were
freaky. They were interesting.
horny as hell, man.
Yeah.
They were, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then we got an Uber driver, and he's talking all this shit. He's making it sound interesting. Oh, you're at that hotel. The fucking cops raided that place right next to
Yeah.
it the other day. It was fucking crazy. I was like, we're getting stories.
Yeah, the Arizona stories were nuts. Oh, hey, legitimately, I said my thing about Dallas. We all said our piece about Dallas.
Okay.
Kurt Dog just brought something up that is important and crucial to what we're saying here.
Yes.
Dallas, Texas is the only place I've ever been. 7-Eleven closed. We went to go get Slurpees at night because it was hot, and they were like, come back in the morning. What injustice is this? What kind of sick society allows this to happen? So I think that might have been why it was a death blow to me. So
there you go.
Sorry. I got it. I was kind of an epic sauce rant, but I had to say it.
Yeah, a lot of Arizona doesn't have 7-Elevens, and it's really just a fucking tragedy.
It's always weird to me because 7-Eleven's pretty prevalent throughout the country, I believe, and then
The world.
But then there's some places that just don't have them, and it's always funny to me when somebody will be like, "Whoa, 7-Eleven," and it's like, "Oh, you're in one of those towns that just has Wawa." Okay.
Untapped market.
Yeah.
All right.
But then again, I want a Wawa. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
I went to Wawa.
Thanks for the call.
It kind of sucked.
Thank you.
did it suck?
I
I went once when I was in Philly, and I think I had a good sandwich. That's about it. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, they do have a deli where you can order food. It's like a fast food place in a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. I thought it was okay, but I was there for minutes, so it wasn't a big thing. I've always appreciated the bridge in there's a Bloodhound Gang song about Pennsylvania.
Do you even know what a Wawa is?
Yeah, exactly. No, I always like that part of the song. Anyway, should we? What do you think?
Let's keep going. Who else we got?
Yeah, we had more
We got Kevin up top.
Kevin.
Hell yeah. Kevin.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, guys? I got a question.
I bet you do.
Do you?
Guess what? We're ready to hear it.
All right. Does it have to be good?
Is that your question?
See, Sean's not even here. He can't. No one can even identify.
You know what, Kevin? I would prefer if it was bad. So just do the shittiest job possible.
See, I'm on the other side. I think it should be a good one. So
No.
now it's up to you.
I think the show would be better if you just did a shit question.
Now, who do you trust?
Have you guys heard of Tony Hawk's brother, Mike?
Mike Hawk.
Got him.
That was good. I like that. That was a good question.
But you wanted a
Short
bad
and
one.
sweet.
Yeah,
So I
did want a bad one, so he fucked up.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, Gary Cuso. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to pick up Gary Cuso's call,
No video.
but people at home can't see the video this week. We'll get it going
Got
next
him.
time. But I know he's going to have some awesome setup. And it kills me. People aren't going to see it.
All right,
So
let's do it. We'll describe it in
You
detail.
can recycle it next time.
Okay, actually, I'm just seeing a black screen. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
it's
the
the
opening
Power
to
Rangers
Power
opening.
Rangers. Oh, and he's
He's
coming out of the
coming
crater.
out of the dumpster on the moon.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my God, it's so good.
You
It's
have to
so
reuse
good.
that
I
next
have
week.
to here, hold on. I'm gonna shoot this with my phone and I will tweet it out.
Oh man, the green screen is failing
Fuck.
too.
Hold on.
What software do you use?
Fuck, it's a camera. The camera itself removes the
kinda
background.
Oh,
but-
there he is. You're in that dumpster, man. I see
There
you.
you go.
After 10,000 years, you're free.
All right.
Yeah, it's time
Jerry.
to conquer this podcast.
Did you have a question for us?
Yeah, have you guys played any of that new Power Rangers fighting game yet?
No, I wanted to get it. There's a Power Rangers fighting game on consoles now. It was on mobile before, but now it's on consoles. And I wanted to get it. But then as it came out, I heard like the roster was really small. Like it was it had like 6 characters.
Oh my
It's like
God.
Yeah,
in a
it's like
Power
9
Rangers
games.
game, there's only 6. Like one team will have 6 Rangers. So like how is this a cross-generation Power Rangers game? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, here's our whole DLC plan. Haven't even bought your game. I don't want to talk DLC. But they've been putting out groups, I guess, of free.
Yeah.
It wasn't on mobile. The game wasn't on mobile. It wasn't on mobile devices. I think it was.
The game was. Well,
Yeah.
the company that made this game made the mobile game.
Yeah. I don't know why.
So different game, same company.
But
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, they're putting out batches of free characters, I guess, too. So
Yeah.
I'll wait that out and see. But I didn't get it. What do you think?
Well, I quit everything I'm playing to play that game.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, and my there was a tournament held here at one of the eSports arenas. About 13 people entered. I got second place. So
Oh my gosh!
Fuck yeah.
yeah. I'm all in that game because like a couple one of my friends actually worked on it. So and yeah, free characters, and I already bought season 1 pass, so
What's the
I'm like
season 1 pass?
the season 1 pass basically just gives you the upcoming, I think, 3 more characters that they're gonna come out with as DLC and the costumes for them. But then they're also releasing 3 characters like pretty soon for free, so that's good.
I'm with you, Rock. I don't like all this DLC pass season.
Yeah,
pass
I don't
shit.
know. I
Like,
just feel like I was so confronted with that as soon as it even
the
came
game
out.
needs to be like the whole package, and then DLC or like the sprinkles on top.
Hey, I think Smash Brothers has done a great job. I mean, it's funny. They talked about DLC real early on. Anybody else would have been roasted for that. But Nintendo still has done it in a way where you got the fucking most complete game ever. I mean, you could look at the new Smash Brothers and be like, what else can they do with this? Oh my God. And they said, yeah, there's going to be DLC, but we're not going to work on that until this game is done. And sure enough, they did. And now it's been months and months. And it's like, okay, in April, we're going to see like the guy from Persona. Okay. But you know what I mean? But the way that they do it feels very like, this is extra work instead of like, it's a plan. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think most people are fine paying more for like more shit later. It's just that when it's part of the plan, like, oh, we're not going to give you this stuff until you pay, you know, it feels very, I think Nintendo has done a good job.
Yeah, but I think the environment for fighting games specifically right now is like you can't get past that, like having DLC, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like they released that game pretty quick. I'm guessing to get people that game before Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. And I feel like those 3 free characters were supposed to be in the game, but they didn't finish them in time, so they're just going to release them for free later, but they were supposed to be in there originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's-
I'm gonna
yeah.
be real. DLC fucking sucks. I hate that has become the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
imagine a world without DLC. Like, hey, you bought the game, here you go.
Yeah.
Everything we make, there you go. It started slow with Call of Duty. Oh, new maps, but you got to pay for them. And it's just turned into this whole, now you get a shit game for the entry price, and then you just have to keep on buying more and more of this game.
Well,
and
again-
it's just normalized.
Again, I really don't mind it, and in fact, even like it when it's done. Again, I bring up Nintendo. There was Zelda DLC a year later. You know what I mean? Like that game was over and done with.
Yeah.
And without any need for anything else. And then like a year later, we got this pack that, you know, hey, if you want more shit to do, here, I willingly pay. For $20 and I get all this. Yeah, great. But you know what I mean? It was all done after the fact. There was not like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this until the deal. It was none of that. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that. I mean, there isn't going to be a new Zelda game for years, so I don't mind like giving me more shit later. It's just when it's part of the initial plan that I hate.
When it's piecemeal shit.
Yeah.
Here's a new character. Here's a new map. Here's a new. It's like, shouldn't this just be included? You know, if it's like a whole new game, and instead of just releasing Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 Part 2 physical disc, hey, you can download it, but it's essentially a different game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let that slide.
Yeah.
But when it's just like, here's another thing, here's another thing, here's a new map, here's one new facet to the game.
Yeah.
But if it's not a completely new experience, that's bullshit.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 6 just came out, and like if you want half the new, like there's characters. The day it came out, there are characters that are only DLC. It's like,
Oh yeah,
what?
I heard about that.
Like what? I just bought the fucking game. Like what? You know,
that should be included.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
the
price of
opposite.
entry, and
Yeah.
it's just the way it is now.
But that's why Nintendo keeps getting away with it. Nintendo has done a shitload of DLC, and they get away with it because they don't work. They work on it after the fact, and that's all you have to do. You just have to look like your pencils are down on that one thing. You know what I mean? I didn't question buying the Zelda one because it was so after the fact. They didn't work on it. And I don't really mind the Smash Brothers thing again because that's been so complete for so long, and now they're working on new stuff after the fact. I don't care about that. You know, if you want to add some more extra stuff, I'll get it or I won't. But when it's part of the plan from day one, it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, in their defense, in Power Rangers' defense, I'm pretty sure all the characters that for their season 1 DLC, even they don't know what they're gonna be yet.
Yeah.
So they haven't worked on them either. So that's that. Also, it's a $20 game, so I don't expect
that's
too
true.
much.
Somebody said in the chat when DLC should feel like extra content, not gated content, and I agree with that.
Definitely.
Jordan asked, well, what do you think about like DLC where it's like $5 to unlock everything in a game? And even though this doesn't sound like it's in line with everything we've said, I don't actually have a problem with that. Personally, because that is something you can do in the game. You don't have to pay that.
Yeah.
But
your
some
choice.
people are like, look, I don't have any fucking time. I'll pay $5 and then I have all this shit. You know, I guess there's part of me that thinks, well, why don't you just have a code in the game where you
I don't
do that?
understand what are you unlocking?
There's some games that have like a shit, you know, you could play for 1,000 hours and unlock all the stuff.
Yeah.
Some of these games occasionally will have a thing on their online store that's like, hey, for $5 you get this and everything's unlocked. I actually don't have a problem with that because I feel like some people would rather just pay. Hey, I don't have a lot of time. Maybe for $5 I do just want everything in the game.
You hit the nail on the head a moment ago when you said that should be a code.
Yeah, I mean, there is part of me that feels like
when we were in high school, you would put in a code and you would unlock everything in the game. But frankly, that would kind of ruin the game because it's like, well, what, you know, now I'm not going to really play this.
But then I go back to like, but hey, if that's worth $5 to you, do it. But you don't have to. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, hey, if they want to throw that on the store, go nuts. I don't have a fundamental issue with that as I do gatekeeping actual stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my head, it's different. I wouldn't do that, but I don't. If you want to make that an option, I guess go for it.
Imagine like Contra without the Konami code. For $5, we'll give you 30 lives.
Yeah.
And then you could have a chance at beating.
That's the only way I'll play it is with the Konami code.
Or like how MKX or Mortal Kombat 10, you could pay like $2 every time. If you couldn't do the fatality, they would just let you do it easy.
I remember, played Grand Theft Auto 3 and 4 as a kid, and would put in the code to get your wanted level down or unlock all the guns.
Yeah.
But imagine for $1 we can do wanted level down mode, or pay an extra $1 and we'll give you all the guns whenever you want.
Have you guys heard about the season pass for that? I brought up Dead or Alive. You know, I'm always bringing up Dead or Alive. the season pass for that game and all the DLC. Have you guys heard about that at all?
No.
I'm just realizing I use that as an example. I think they're doing the DLC all wrong in that, and it comes off very cheap. I know this is commonplace in the fighting game community, but it bugs me. Okay, but the season pass, it just occurred to me, you guys don't know how much it costs. I don't think you do. Do you?
No.
Oh,
like
man.
$100.
Oh, Derek, yeah, like 92.
$92?
$92 for the season pass.
And what do you get with it?
Oh,
what's in the
tons of
season pass?
costumes.
Oh hell yeah!
How much is the game?
They 60.
Okay. So
Well-
$150 to get all the costumes?
I guess so.
The game with all the costumes?
Yeah.
There is a version of the game.
$93. Sorry, I was wrong.
There's a version of the game that's $0.
That's true. They are doing like a free to play version, and you can like piecemeal like pick the stuff that you want, which I guess is not a bad idea. But at the same time, I think somebody pointed out though, if you end up getting everything in that version, it's more than just buying the $60.
Yeah, probably.
This is the classic plot
Yeah.
of corporations. We're going to make everything so convoluted and confusing that if you try, we'll give it to you for free. It's like a fucking drug dealer, man. He gives you the
Yeah.
first hit for free,
Yeah.
and then it's like you got to come back and pay for the rest.
Absolutely.
You buy all the drugs at once, it's cheaper, but if you just get a little bit every day, you're going to just be broke. Video game addiction is real, and the video game corporations are the drug dealers.
The classroom is the last room to get the truth. Bartender is the drug dealer. Straight edge for fucking life.
Hell yeah.
I saw a bumper sticker. I always say that because I saw a bumper sticker that said that, and that really just that stuck with me. And I think I remember laughing about it, and then somebody I was with was like, "Well, you agree with that, right? Like you don't drink." And I was like, "I don't think I've thought that."
If you're straight edge, you shouldn't be allowed to play video games.
Yeah.
Video game addiction is
Oh,
real.
Fuck. Oh no. I have to stop.
Yeah.
Well, I am straight edge for fucking life. SXE Rocco.
Sexy Rocco.
Yeah. Wasn't that straight edge? Was straight edge?
Yeah,
they
like
would say
SXE.
SXE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my
I feel
junior
like
high
a generation
friends
has
became-
passed that doesn't
Yeah.
remember that Phil DeFranco was SXE Phil when he started. And then people would just say Sexy Phil. Nobody calls him that anymore. We need to bring that back. Phil DeFranco, listen, we did that
Straight edge
Warcraft
Phil.
promotion with him or whatever, and we hung out with him. We saw him at Comic-Con and stuff like that. He's a good dude. Like I think, but you know what? I think we need to go back to the Sexy Phil era.
I want to go back to straight edge Phil era.
Straight edge Phil. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call him. Next time I see him, I'm going to be like, "Hey, straight edge Phil," and he'll be like, "Cool," and walk away.
All right.
Anyway,
Thanks for the call.
Thank you for your call, and I'm going to post a clip on Twitter that people can see your wonderful green screen.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep it going. Who else we got? Chef. Hey there,
Chef.
children.
Great movie.
What if Chef was Joker?
Yo,
Chef.
John Favreau.
Oh, is he gone?
Oh, he hung up.
That was weird.
Call back, Chef, if you want.
Not
Oh,
the best
there
chef.
he is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Maybe something was on the stove.
Send it back to the kitchen.
Better cook than a
Chef.
caller.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Chef?
Hey, I just got back from San Diego, actually, just now.
Oh, why didn't you stay? We could have hung out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Someone looks like they're sitting back there judging you.
He's always judging me.
What's that all about? Uh-oh.
You're judging me, apparently. I don't know.
I'm judging you?
Yeah.
Did you just call you Wilma? What happened?
Wilma? No.
Oh, he's coming to beat your ass,
Uh-oh.
dude.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Where are you going?
Ass beating of the week.
The angry
Here we go.
dinner.
World Star.
He's going to get his katana.
What?
Fuck you up.
Well, I do have a point to this call.
Okay. Yeah, what is the point?
I got a quick question. What is your favorite secret mystery prize that you guys gave out?
That's a good you know what? I don't know if I've ever been asked that. Maybe we
Okay.
have. I don't know. Favorite
I got-
secret mystery prize?
I got this shirt so long ago.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you for picking that up.
Yeah.
I will say the one that that went the worst. I shouldn't say I liked that this happened. It was wrong. I made a mistake. Okay, I'm admitting my mistakes. One person ordered a Mega64 shirt or something, and I put Chex Mix in there, like a thing of it. Like it wasn't, and it like grease stained their shirt. I thought, well, I'll put prizes in there, and I thought like a food item would be funny. Why did I think that was funny? I learned that was a mistake, and they sent me like an all caps rant about how They had this grease smeared shirt, so it was like, well, I'll send you a replacement. It's no problem.
Oh, at least you gave him another one.
But anyway, but then I think the best one I sent out was I've sent a couple like full games. I think we had a bunch of copies of like some DS games, like Deal or No Deal or something. You know, like when it's some legit thing, I really.
My friend
like
Evan got a copy of Metal Gear Solid 3 from you when he bought a shirt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those are what I enjoy when it's like, hey, they might actually enjoy this.
Get something legit, yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah.
My most recent one, I got a Power Rangers Band-Aid from ¡94, so I appreciate that.
Oh, nice.
Never know what you're gonna get.
I think it'd be cool to send one with just like a $20 bill.
Yeah.
Just like, hey,
100.
A shirt and a refund. Yeah, $100 bill.
Make some money.
That's what we should do. We should hype this up next week. Hey, we're gonna. By the way, secret prize this week. Someone's getting a $100 bill.
Every 64-hour special, we put $100 bill.
Yeah. Oh,
into
that's
it.
a great idea. That's a great idea. Yeah.
I
we should
like
do
it.
that.
All right.
All right. Thanks for the call, guys.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for your call. Take care.
Peace.
He left San Diego though. I don't know.
Who else we got?
Should stay there. Oh, here.
Scratch Man.
Already did
Scratch
that.
that.
Let's talk to
Made that joke
That's
Man.
Do you like Batman and Robin or Gatman and
Oh.
Robin? ROBBIN.
Didn't know I picked up.
Welcome. What's up?
Sorry, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I had the Twitch thing on, so I was getting like feedback, and I didn't know it was happening. So here's my question. I heard like on the podcast tonight, like what was a movie you were like super hyped to go into, and then it just turned out like was a huge disappointment. Here's the
we
flip
already
side.
answered that question.
Yeah, but here's like the flip side. What was a movie that you were like really like you weren't feeling? You're like, okay, we'll go see it and something, and then all of a sudden like you just were like blown away.
I'm not gonna say blown away. I would not use the word blown away or the words blown
Are
away.
we gonna have the same answer here?
Or like,
I don't know about that. I mean, what were you gonna bring up, Nick and Nora?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one where we went to make fun of the movie, and then it was like
Went
that was a charming movie.
Yeah.
Like, the scene where the girl like throws up in the toilet and then has to get her gum out of the toilet. It was
sold.
like I thought this was gonna be like a real lighthearted thing, but this is disgusting, and I give them credit; they committed to it. So that was a good one. I was actually going to say more recently the new Predator. The new Predator, I went in like, fuck this. Yeah, let's watch it. Fuck this shit. Why are they making another Predator? And I still think it's like a B movie, but I had a good time. It was like that felt like such a fucking dumb 80s script.
Yeah.
That I ended up enjoying it. I think I went in with the right mindset.
For
I
me,
enjoyed it.
The biggest one would probably be Nick and Nora was a huge surprise. Expected it to be shit. It was actually enjoyable. Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one.
Oh, really?
Had no expectations
Oh,
for
no
that.
kidding.
The trailer, if you remember, was just like a skeleton foot
Yeah.
running through the water. And then I was like, what the fuck is this movie even going to be? Like a movie based on a ride? Like,
Yeah.
give me a break. And I was like, oh shit, this was really good.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Spring Breakers really blew me away. Like going into like, oh yeah, Harmony Korine, cool. This will be cool. But that film really connected with me on such a profound level that I saw it like 2 more times in theaters and like forever changed me. Like again, just going like I watched like Gum, I like Kids, but I didn't expect it to be so fucking like personal for me on a huge level. So Spring Breakers for me was like, holy shit. Yeah.
yeah, I'd have to. Oh, sorry. I'd have to say for me, it'd probably be like Super 8. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I remembered like sort of seeing like a trailer for that, and like my parents were like, "Hey, let's go see Super 8." I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." I saw it. I'm like, "Wow, this is so awesome!" I just was like super jazzed for it, and I think I'm trying to remember another one too because I know I had one in my head. But yeah, Predator. I kind of want to see Predator despite like all the like flack it gets because I'm kind of like. I just saw Commando last night. I'm really into that whole just like.
Yeah. I really think it's in the vein of those movies. I don't know. Like I feel like there's something. This is going to sound weird, and again, I'm not defending Predator in the sense that it's such a what a wonderful film and what like I get it. I get where it stands, but there's something that happens where certain movies that are written like genuine 80s movies don't jive with a lot of people today. It's like if you want a movie to feel like an 80s movie, you almost have to make it a parody. But like I really consider like this Predator and the first Expendables to be in that similar zone of like they are written like genuine 80s movies and they're not really winking about it. They're just that. And so I recognize that and I enjoy it. But again, I went into it going like fuck this, so maybe that was a good thing to
I was thought of another one. I was fully prepared to hate Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
And really enjoyed it. So
that one for me, I shrugged going in, I kind of shrugged going out. I don't hate it.
I really liked it. I thought it was great. And I was fucking beyond being over comic book movies when I saw that.
At some point with a girlfriend, I watched all the Harry Potter movies like
a
decade after I checked out of Harry Potter, and I had a really good time with them, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't hate comic book movies, but I'm kind of like, I want something new, you know?
Sure.
Like,
sure.
I'll go see like a Marvel movie like 3 months after it's like out, but then but I kind of just want something like new, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Thank
you. Thank you, Vats. Let's talk to. Is this Bobo again?
We already talked to him.
Did we already do that? Scratch my already talked to. What is this? Encino Man?
Encino Man. There's no in the juice.
Hi. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, sorry. The
Wait,
Twitch stream was
hold
going.
on 1 second. I couldn't tell if I was hearing sirens or like a wolf howling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's entirely possible. I'm in Boston. It's very noisy.
No, I think it.
No,
I don't think that's you.
it's sirens
I think it's
around
here.
Yeah.
I think it's here.
Oh.
All right, anyways.
Yeah, what's up?
Hi.
What's up, dude?
First of all, sorry. I just wanted to say I saw you guys at PAX and it was super great again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I was curious, Rocco, what happened with the pin lady who kept coming by to haggle the prices down?
Oh, okay. So, we'll talk about. We have our panel video going up at some point soon, from PAX East, where we go into this at great detail. But basically, an older woman came by our booth at PAX, insisting that we lower our pin prices. This is just long story short, cut version of the story. She wanted to buy pins, but only if we lowered the price. And it was like, no. And she kept coming by over and over and over, almost harassing us. Like, have you sold any more pins? They're too expensive. And we were like, and Kevin told her, like, we're going to sell out at the current prices. We don't need to lower the prices. I bet you won't sell one more pin. I'll be back, and I bet you won't sell any. And we did sell out. And we were so excited for her to come back, but she did not come back.
That's too bad.
Sad end to that story. There's way more to the story than that. Well, the panel video is coming soon, and you could see it there. But long story short, she did not come back. I was very disappointed. I was hoping she would. She didn't even know what Mega64 was. It's that we had a pin that said 64, and that was the year she was born.
Oh my god.
That's it. So she was like, "Oh, you
pay more for it
your
then.
pins at $10. I'll buy them for $5. You're not going to sell them for more than $5. I bet you're not going to sell one more pin." And we sold all of them. We sold out just like Kevin said. And we were like, just, oh, come back. And she kept asking to talk to the boss.
Oh my god.
And we were like, we are our own bosses. Anyway, it was whatever.
Hell yeah. You guys won.
Well, I'm glad that you sold out. Too
Thank
bad
you.
that they didn't, follow up.
Thank you. I know. I wish I could have seen her again. But
Derek, for the Heartbreakers podcast, do those calls usually go through is that like an anonymous thing, or is it you say who's calling?
It's totally anonymous.
Very cool.
They're recorded. They're not live, so you'll talk to me and Meg personally before we get into the call, and we'll settle it all. If you want to use your name, a fake name, stay anonymous, it's cool. Whatever you want. We work with people. So
Very cool.
we've even
Thank you
been
so
down
much
to
for
pitch shift.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you again.
And thanks for taking my call. I don't want to take too much of your time.
No,
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
Take all the time you want.
Thanks.
Thank
Have a good night.
I think he's thinking of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yeah, probably. Is Tom Petty dead?
Is he alive?
Oh, he's alive. Oh, he's actually no, he's dead. Sorry, I just saw the news. That's a shame. I thought for a minute he was back.
That blue icon's a new one up there, I think. Yeah.
Jihan?
Hello.
Hey.
What is that
Hey.
noise? I'm hearing like
Sounds like a wolf or a girl.
woohoo. It's like a concert outside.
Hey. What is that floating blue energy behind Frank? Is that real?
The what energy?
What is that? Is that real?
That is the spirit entities that is doing the woo woo sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally a ghost going woo, and then that would be the light of.
Yeah. Why is it there?
Why
It's
not?
fucking ghosts, man. It's unexplained. Ask the History Channel Ghost Chasers for explanation.
Who set up this podcast set? Who put it there? I just don't get it.
Well,
call the Ghostbusters, man. I don't know what to tell
that's
you.
not us.
Yeah.
Call.
Paranormal activity. They have to consult like a ghost consultant. Like, why is this in their house? We just, we were just trying to.
Yeah, I don't. Did you when you
I
saw
guess
the
it
movie?
is a haunted studio.
When you saw the movie Poltergeist, did you pause every 5 minutes to ask them why they're haunted? No.
Guess you have a point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'd appreciate if you get rid of it because it's just very distracting.
No, it's gonna stay.
That is the ghost is distracted to you. The haze of blue with all the stuff happening on your screen here. That like fucking 30 pixels above Frank's head is the only thing you can focus on. Come on, man. Give me a break.
Not much action in the podcast. I'm sorry. It's just the only animated thing going on.
My foot's been wiggling the whole show.
Yeah, I've
I
been
got this
very
anxiety
animated.
that
My
never
face is very animated.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a different color would do better. But then it's just too much contrast.
Sounds like you're calling in through like an FM radio.
No.
Yeah, are you calling us from
Are you
fucking
on-
space,
Are
bro?
you on ham radio?
I'm talking through an earphone.
I like it. That's like
Try a mouth phone. I don't know. Microphone might work.
Yeah. Try a mic.
I need a mic.
Don't have. Oh, don't have.
Sounds like a ghost helped you record.
You're fucking alpha tonight, man. You're on one.
Thanks.
Did you take Alpha Brain before you called?
Yeah.
No, just time left.
Did you fucking pump iron before you got on the phone here? Why are you so jazzed right now?
Just very excited.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
Cool your
Excitement
jets,
is good.
mister. Fucking slow down for a second.
All right.
Whoa. Seriously, bro. You're coming at us with all this aggro energy. Yeah.
I guess the blue energy is pissing me off. I don't know what to say.
Well, it's. I mean, yeah. Like with bulls, they see red, they get angry.
Have you read? There is a study that seeing a lot of blue light before you sleep can like fuck up your sleep. So maybe this guy was trying to get a good night's rest, and that is messing with him. Have you ever seen that? That's why the Apple devices now have that thing called
I
night
need to turn that shit on.
night shift, because after a certain hour, it shifts to a more yellow form of light, and it's supposed to help you sleep a little better. Because if
They
you look
stole that from Android.
no.
Yeah, I keep the blue light filter on 100% of the time and don't even notice anymore.
Oh, you have that kind of thing on all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't like the look of it.
Like I said, you don't even
Yeah.
notice after a day.
Yeah.
Minimum brightness on phone always. Phones are too bright.
Yeah, I have auto brightness on. I used to just have the screen cranked up. And it never bothered me, like when I had like iPhone 4 and 5, but once they had bigger screens, I felt like my eyes were burning out. So yeah, I had to deal with that.
What's up? Why are you blowing gaskets on us, man? What's up?
Yeah, why are you in rage mode?
I was just really, really wondering about that energy, that thing. Is that even real? I just don't know. I just don't get it.
Well, to be honest, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you might be having a neurological. Yeah,
Maybe you looked at a blue screen too long.
Yeah.
It's moving. It's going, like, wiggling. It's right there. It's above Frank.
No.
Behind him.
It's not moving.
It's a wall, dude.
Look somewhere else. Look at it. Look at your hand.
Guess it isn't real.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Hey, I was just gonna say. I said this on Twitter the other day. How did the Motley Crue movie end up being better than the Queen movie? I enjoyed The Dirt so much more.
The
than
Queen movie was just out to suck the dong of
Yeah.
Queen, and Motley Crue was literally the opposite. They tried to make them look as shitty as possible.
Yeah. Did you see the whole thing? The Dirt?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
was coming in and out.
I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it.
It looked, from what I saw, it looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crude.
Yes.
And loud and crass.
It
but
had that, but it also
it was interesting.
It had that Jackass because it was the Jackass guy. That DIY kind of like the way it was filmed too. There were times where cameras mounted on their chest, and there was just so many like eclectic ways of filming it that I really enjoyed. But the guy that they got to play Ozzy in that movie, I've met him. He used to make videos. The guy we know, Mr. Safety, on
Really?
YouTube.
That was him?
No, it's not him.
Oh.
But his friend that would just like be in videos and help with videos. That guy got cast as Ozzy Osbourne, and he did a great job. And he speaks with the same dumb joke kind of mentality that Ozzy does. I mean, I say that endearingly. I like Ozzy Osbourne. But, everyone here at the pool's got a drink, not me. Whatever. Like, he did a great job. So anyway.
Put us in
I
why
enjoyed that.
weren't we in that movie? Come on. We know Jackass guys.
Yeah, put me in
Put us
that
in a
movie.
fucking movie. The career is stalled. I'm telling you. Fucking Mr. Safety's friend is playing Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
I should have been Freddie fucking Mercury.
Why was I could have been Tommy Lee.
Bullshit.
I don't have the face, but I have the penis.
Yeah, it's bullshit. They got to start casting.
And I can drum. I can do that. Look, I'm drum. I played Rock Band.
Anyways.
Okay, so I'm looking at a photo here on your Instagram, and the thing is there.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking? My penis?
Is it maybe that like your eyes just are refracting something?
I'm telling you,
that-
your screen might be too blue. Maybe you have that you need that filter.
Yeah, are you looking at this on your phone?
This could be like a Final Destination.
No, it's
thing
a
where
it's a
he sees
monitor.
something-
BenQ monitor.
Tell me where it is. You direct me, okay?
This is dangerous, Derek. There's a
don't
spirit
go
there.
here.
You can't see it, but he can see, and it's real.
Yeah, all right.
I don't trust
Yeah.
this. We're gonna
Yep.
witness a decapitation.
No. Move a bit. Yeah.
This is dangerous.
No. Yeah, keep going.
Oh my god.
Yep.
No way of knowing.
That's a light? No. Not that. No, you're right next to it. It's blue. It's blue. No.
This is like Blue's Clues.
No.
A clue.
Yeah, you're on it. You're going in front of it. You're in front of it right now.
A clue over there, Steve.
What?
A clue?
Well, I'm checking the broadcast feed here, and I'm not seeing it.
What?
Blue Skidoo, we can too.
I don't know if it's transparent or not.
It's like Dora
It's
the
there.
Explorer.
It's animated.
That's a piano.
It has to be real.
Okay,
No.
Yeah.
No, it's moving.
This ain't Adventure Time,
I'm
bro.
not kidding. It's moving.
Are you an acid?
This ain't
It's
this ain't
there.
Over the Garden Wall, bro.
You tripping?
No.
Animated shit. That's you're on one, bro.
Yeah, dude. Did you take did you pop that Alpha Brain CBD?
I hate to blow your
The
mind.
chat
This
sees
is a
it.
live action
People in the
show.
chat see
Yeah,
it.
this is a live action show, not animated, dude.
Well,
You
you
watch-
have
maybe
an
this dude's
animated
watching an
live
animated
action machine.
podcast highlight from the future.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's in another time zone.
Dude, take the fucking
No,
HoloLens
this is
off.
wrong.
This isn't
Take the
Chowder.
red pill.
Yeah, you have some augmented reality going on.
He can see the code.
No, it's in the photo.
I
I, can
think
see it
you
in
have
the
augmented
Instagram
This
reality.
isn't
photo.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, my man.
It's in the Instagram photo. It's there. It's
What
actually
Instagram
real.
photo?
It
Let me
has-
check
Talking
Instagram.
about?
Let me check Instagram. I'll tell you right now.
I could link it
I'll
in.
answer
I
the
could link it
question.
in
Hold on.
Discord.
Okay, it's a picture from.
Oh, hey, I just noticed something.
What?
This guy's icon
link
is
to the-
like solid blue. This guy's got a blue
No,
addiction.
no, that's not it. My icon is a game.
Your icon is the color blue.
He's blue obsessed.
No,
You're
it's a
obsessed
game.
with
It's a
the color
screenshot from a
blue.
game. No.
My God, he's got a blue fetish. You're right.
Yeah, this guy probably, Eiffel 65 addict.
Yeah, dude, this
Look,
guy probably.
everyone in the chat can
I
see
could
it.
think of a certain man group that he loves.
Anybody in the chat know what the fuck this guy's talking about?
This guy's nuts.
This guy's got.
No,
Smurf,
it's there.
Smurf,
It's been there since you got the new set.
Yeah,
Ask Sean.
it's
He put
about
it there.
100% of people saying no.
Yeah.
No, there. No, I'm being trolled.
You ever see A Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe?
Some person
No,
put
I
in
don't
all
watch
caps,
Beautiful Mind.
This guy's whack.
Yeah.
I'm saying liar. Nope.
Russian spies.
What's this guy
I think
about?
I'm
with?
starting to understand why Avatar was so big. This guy kept going.
Y'all tripping? This guy nutty.
These people, they're not paying attention, I guess.
This guy on spice.
It's a circle. It's a
Yeah,
sphere.
bath salts. You have a blue bath
Okay.
bomb?
Oh, one guy said he saw it, but I think he's fucking with us.
It's like the
No,
blue
no.
dress. Is the blue dress blue?
Yeah,
or
I
gold?
bet you like a blue dress.
Yeah,
don't you?
was the dress blue or gold? What do you think?
Yeah, we
He's
already.
a Sixth Sense kid.
I don't. Nope. You guys have to stop joking around. I just want to know what it is, and you're not telling me.
The color blue, you know what it is.
Yeah, what's the hexadecimal code for blue?
What is the color blue? That's a fucking
Zero,
philosophical
zero.
conundrum right
Oh,
there.
Yeah, if he
bro.
was green, he would
Zero,
die.
zero, 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 FF.
Oh my
What?
god.
He asked for the hex code.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would check out. I would see an eye doctor if I were you.
Yeah, eye doctor. Or...
Well, I would see a podcast set design doctor because it's obviously ruining the whole set.
Oh, that was the sickest burn I've heard on here in a long time.
I wish Sean was here to hear that.
I know, that was great.
Dude.
That was awesome. Oh man.
Hell yeah. I like
That was great.
I like it. You're all right.
Oh man, that was great. Oh man, I love it. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
You know, I hear
Wow.
that if you eat like certain like foods, it helps with your vision.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
That's a
No, the carrots.
gu-
That's a
guide your
myth.
life.
That was a war myth. The carrots.
Ah.
No, the carrots don't help your eyes.
I think this guy eat a lot of blueberries lately.
No, I have never eaten a blueberry.
Well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah.
It'll balance you out.
Do it.
Nope.
What do you think of blue milk?
You've never eaten a blueberry?
Yeah, it's just not around here.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you calling from? This guy really is calling from space.
Is it like a Martian situation?
Where do you live?
Are you
How
gonna
are there
have
no
to science-
blueberries
Send
where
them
you
home.
live?
Are you gonna have to science the shit out of this
Calling
call?
from Egypt.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Dude, I didn't
That's
know.
awesome.
I didn't know I never read the book, The Martian. I didn't know in the book he tries to come up with his own unit of measurement, and he calls it like a pirate ninja.
Is that real?
Oh God, yeah, it's real. That made me like I like
Hey,
fucking.
Ridley Scott made a good choice not to include that.
Yeah, man.
Well, he kept Mark Watney space pirate, so.
Yeah.
Wasn't that movie nominated for Best Picture?
Martian
It did.
look? Yeah, that was
yeah,
weird.
it did. That was weird. That was a weird day.
Do they have a? I know in Egypt, it's a lot of sand. Everything's kind of the color gold, brown, tan.
Yep.
Maybe your eye is so starved for the color blue, you're just seeing it in places where it isn't.
I can see the blue sky right now just fine outside the window.
It's nighttime out here, homeboy.
Yeah.
If you see a blue sky, that's proof.
Well, obviously the sky is reflecting on your computer screen.
Yeah.
I just don't get why you guys just keep on making this joke. I just want to know what,
What?
the thing
Oh
is.
my God, we're trying to help.
Yeah. I really don't know what to tell you, man.
What color is flabber? This will be the test.
Green.
Oh my God, he's trying to dance around it because he knows the truth.
Quick.
Only
I
liar.
actually don't remember. I actually don't remember what flapper color was.
Oh my God, everybody knows who flabber is. This guy's
Classic
lying through his teeth.
Robin Williams.
Lying
No,
through his
I know
teeth.
the movie. I just don't remember the color. Can
No,
now
it
please
wasn't a
be-
movie. Oh my God, dude, it was Big Bad Beetleborgs. It's not a
Flabber.
movie.
Flabber.
You're thinking flubber.
You're thinking of flubber, dude.
You're
That's not even
100%
the same.
off.
Oh my God, that's not
You
even
guys-
similar.
You just need to stop being so funny.
Hold on.
joking.
Hold on. Flubber was a material, a green material. Flabber was a phasm in the Hillhurst mansion. Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Google is your friend, right?
I'll do that.
Or do you have Bloogle?
Oh, shit.
Who knows what this guy's using?
Holy
I don't
shit.
know.
Are you watching us on Google Chrome?
Nope. I'm watching on Firefox.
On Firefall? That's shut down.
Didn't say that.
How do you think the blue milk should taste?
I don't think it should be there at all. It's
I like that answer.
Why fight who you are?
I like that. That's good.
That's actually may have been the most unique answer we've gotten so
I
far.
don't think it should be there at all.
Eliminate it.
This guy's cut through the bullshit.
I like this guy. He's fucking hot. Our Egyptian friend. I love it.
Oh man.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's great.
Turn the blue light filter on your phone, and that will solve the problem.
Yeah, it'll filter it out. You won't even see that
Just
back
color
there.
balance it.
not watching from a phone.
Right. Turn the night. Do you have an iPhone?
No.
Okay. I don't know what it's called. Not on an iPhone.
Motorola Razr.
Because on an iPhone it's called night shift, and you turn that
It's
on.
called the
and
blue light filter on Android.
Yeah, there you go. Okay,
Press
find
Alt,
that.
Alt F4.
It's super easy.
It's not gonna make a difference. It's just gonna be black.
Better than blue.
Yeah, isn't that the absence of color?
Yeah, isn't that the absence of color? We're giving you exactly what you want.
I don't want a black moving energy ball. I just want it gone.
Wow. What?
A bit
I wouldn't have
racialist.
said that on the air.
Speechless.
We got you.
We got you.
I'm sorry for you getting banned on Twitch, I guess, for saying that. On my bad.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We know you didn't mean it like that. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Oh.
It's all right.
Any other questions tonight?
No, this is all I care about. The energy.
We'll
So
keep
I'm
it
not
there.
gonna answer, I guess.
Stay
I'll hang
tuned.
up myself.
It's gonna
This
stay.
has progressed to an energy. Now it's like a DBZ spirit bomb forming over Frank.
Maybe that's
It's
what
always been an energy. That's what I've always called it.
You know what?
You
I didn't
guys-
even notice it until you brought it up, frankly.
I still don't know what he's talking about.
We're still not quite clear. You mean the painting? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the painting.
Yeah, there's
it's
lots
right
of
above
blue.
me.
Oh,
It's got like a blue tint.
Oh yeah.
It hasn't moved though. You think it's moving?
That's
Parts of the.
it's the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
Blue Bayou.
Blue it's the Blue Bayou.
Yeah,
There
Blue
we
Bayou.
go.
That's what he's been
Blue
talking about.
Bayou.
Oh my god.
Okay, so in America at Disneyland,
Yeah.
there's a restaurant called the Blue Bayou, and that is a painting representing it. So that would be, of course, it would have to be blue.
And when you
You
go
ha-
on the
yeah.
ride, you get a look at it, and
Yep.
it's nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, glad we finally got to the bottom of that.
And it kind of does look like an animated cartoon. So that
Yeah, the art is so good. It kind of pops off the page.
Yeah, it feels
a
like it's
little bit.
moving.
obviously it's not a photograph of the real Blue Bayou. So
Yeah.
I can see why you would say it.
I think I took one. I was there earlier today. I wasn't at the Blue Bayou. But I was on the ride, Pirates, and I think I took a photo of it. I'll send it to you
Nice.
later.
We'll tweet it at you.
Oh no, you okay?
I'm fine.
Well, thank you for your call.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good night.
I put a smile
Good
on my
night.
face.
Good morning.
Yeah, have a good day out in Egypt. That rules. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. You too. Good night.
That sounded malicious.
Yeah, that sounded very malicious. I don't know if I buy that.
All right. Well, I think we should just end
I
it
think
on that.
I mean, you can't top that.
Yeah.
Kind of the perfect call.
Yeah, it really was the perfect call.
So anyway, if anybody figured out what he was
Yeah,
saying,
I don't know.
I think we did. I think it was the painting.
We
He's
gotta
an
go
art
see the
fan or something.
podcast set that design
But
daughter.
you know, maybe we just need some direction. So anyway, point us in the right direction.
me
Nobody's
what
here,
you- tell me
nobody's
what you
here to
think.
turn the stream off.
Kevin. Oh,
So I
Oh,
can't-
shit.
Brian.
I have to make the
Fuck.
hike.
Eric? No? Shit.
I can't believe it. What are the other guys doing that's so important? I want to know. What do I got? What do they got that I don't? Fuck. want to play with my choo choo.